Hi everybody. I want to tell you a little story. Excuse me if I'm a little nervous. I haven't really done this YouTube thing ever to this level. This is personal story. It's all 100% true. Before I get into what happened today, I just need to give you a little bit of background. This isn't going to be the full background story, as I do plan to do a bit of a video on it detailing my past and how I got to this point. But long story short, I'm a recovering opiate addict. I've been clean 100% from all drugs except marijuana for about a year now. I would say all drugs, but I am on methadone, and that's a big part to this story. That's a critical part to this story. So 3 years ago, to get off heroin and Oxycontin and everything that was killing me, we got on. I say we because my ex-girlfriend was part of this story at the time. It still affects me. I'll try not to say we. I'll try to just be me because she's clearly not around anymore. Bitter. But yeah, so 3 years ago, got on the methadone, and that did save us. It helped out all right, but a whole shitload of troubles come from that, and that's what I want to kind of detail maybe throughout these series is it's not all fun and games after you're off the drug, right? So I guess it's been a year since I touched anything. Last year I got a little bit of down from the park and used it. I think I might even have a clip of that, and I'll throw it up there if I do. But that's not the point. The point is, you're always thinking about it. Always. Like, 100% 24/7. You're thinking about it. I dream about it. I dream about dope. I have dreams about doing heroin. I've often thought maybe if you dreamt enough times, could it turn up in your piss? Because, yeah, that's a thing. I have to take bi-weekly urine tests. Just to make sure I'm not doing any drugs except for the ones they're giving me, the methadone, right? So, with you guys, if you don't know much about methadone, it is an opiate. It basically gives you the opiates you need so you don't go through your withdrawals and you can get on with your life. You don't have to cop your shit from Spider down on the street. You don't have to steal from your family to get money to do it. But you're still addicted to the dope. You are. And so I go to see the doctor every 2 weeks, and I get a slight reduction from my methadone, because if I were to come off of it all at once, I would go through severe withdrawals, have to go to the hospital, probably end up back on heroin or whatever else. I'd probably just kill myself. I've tried that once, not the killing myself, but I've tried getting off the opiates cold turkey 3-4 years ago. I did it. I thought I was saved, but a month later we were doing heroin again, and whatever. That's part of the story. I'll tell you another time. So yeah, I'm always thinking about it. Even now, 3 years on the program, 1 year clean as a whistle. I know to myself I no longer want to do drugs, but it gnaws at me and I still dream about it. So I think there's the universe, every now and then it'll just test you. It'll throw one at you. I used to fall for these tests, and they'd rack me up, and sometimes they'd throw me away for like a year, and I'd fucking lose everything again, or I'd just lose $1,000 or whatever. But I've grown a bit. It doesn't make it any harder, and they're fierce, but I just like to tell you about one of these tests real quickly. So naturally, now that you have a bit more money, you tend to use that to waste your time. You do anything, video games, movies, whatever, just in excess, anything to just pass the day. But none of it really feels like anything. So most of the day is just spent trying to kill the day, not doing drugs, even now. So I go to the mall like a normal person. Today I'm walking around the mall, not thinking about dope, but it's always there. I went to pre-order a couple video games, just spending money like a normal person, feeling good that I was able to spend money. Back when I was the full-blown addict, pre-ordering games was nothing. I didn't have the system to play the games, let alone pre-order them, right? You sold everything. So that's a nothing. That's a moot point. So I don't know, feeling good walking through. I happened to walk by a guy sitting on a bench, and we'll just call this guy C for now. And I say, "Is that C?" And looks up, and it is. And he looks a little crusty and a little haggard, but it's the guy I knew from back in the day from doing dope, who was friends with one of our dealers. And he's the same. He looked whatever, kind of shitty. Like, this was, I think, a meth thing or something. Because, yeah, we were doing all dope at the time. But he sold heroin, too, so it's in the same book, right? He's the guy. So, yeah, I should see this and think how lucky I am that I'm not this guy, just hiding in the mall, looking like total shit. And I do feel lucky that I'm not that guy. But then there's the feeling in the back that's telling me, he's probably got dope on him. You know, that's the guy, and he's got dope on him. It's whispering at me, tell him, just ask him. So I'm kind of saying, hey, you look good. How you doing? Like, you look like you're doing all right. Are you not doing the shit anymore? And he's like, oh, no, yeah, I am. I'm like, oh, cool. And then I try to say, oh, I've been doing good for a while, not, just passing by, just me doing good, that's me. But all the while, the guy in the back is chewing me out, saying, just ask him, just pick up a piece, right? It won't be that bad, just do it, right? So, I just ran. I just said, you know what, guy, I gotta go. Fist bump him and ran, man. I just ran. And, I felt good. I passed it. I passed the test. And I walked on, I did a lap in the mall. Even when I passed him again the second time, just casually, because it's a mall, it goes in a circle, right? You just happen to see him a second time. Even when I happened to walk past there a third time just to maybe see if he was sitting there still when he wasn't, I didn't sweat. I passed the test, right? Well, yeah, but these things can be fierce, and it's like the universe, that's just what we'll call it, the universe. So, universe happens, and I go to use the payphone. I'm still at the mall. I don't have a payphone because, I'm still in that, payphone. I don't have a cell phone because I just don't want to have that option to, contact everybody in the world. Like I said, I think about it all the time, so I make things hard for me. The harder it is for me to get drugs, the less likely it is for me to do it. That's just why I don't have a phone. Sorry. So I'm at the payphone using it by the mall. Hang it up. Right as I hang up, I just happen to see some other scumbag just runs up. And mind you, these things don't happen all the time. I live in a small city where you don't see your drug dealers every day, really. Back when you needed drugs, it was hard to find them, too. These guys, whenever you want it, they have big charades. They're everywhere where they're not supposed to be. And then, but, today I hang up the phone, and right there's scumbag number 2. We'll call him B. So, now just randomly, B's standing beside me. I haven't seen him in, maybe a year, just 2 years. You see him downtown, and every time you do see him, you want to run away. 3 years ago, he was your buddy selling you pills of all sorts and, maybe getting down now and then, right? So, he looks like shit, too. Total shit. Just garbage. I should be happy I'm not him, and yes, I am happy I'm not him. But what does he do? He asks me for change, which I give him right there, because, I feel good that I'm not him. He puts it into the payphone right there. Well, I'm in earshot. I start to leave. He tells me to, hang around. I just want to talk. This guy starts making a call right there, right in earshot. He says, how close are you to the mall? He says, whatever. He says, can I get a quarter? Hangs up. Then he looks at me. Like, what just happened? You just bought some dope right while I was standing right there, and now we're gonna hang out? Like, what did you fucking do? And he's just talking to me. He's like, oh, wait, we should catch up. What are you doing? I'm like, nothing, man. I haven't been doing drugs for a long time. You know this. He's like, yeah, chill, but we should just, catch up. Just come and walk with me over there. I'm just meeting buddy over by Wendy's. So I was like, yeah, I know you are. I just saw you place the order, guys. That's really weird that you did that right by me, a recovering addict that that is recovering addict. Mind you, this guy's like real scumbag delight, but that's how these people roll, And now the monster that's on my shoulder is really gnawing. He's saying, you already passed up the opportunity before, and you know you just want a piece, just a taste. Now I'm thinking, what the fuck is even happening, right? Like, all I want to do is just get home, not do drugs, do anything but drugs. And this guy just wants to go to the park, buy dope that's already on order, and he wants me to just catch up. We're just gonna catch up, and I'm just gonna, stand by him while he does the dope? So he's walking across the street. I'm starting to walk with him. The guy on my shoulder's like got some swag on. He's, starting to take forward. He's starting to become me almost. I'm starting to become the guy on my shoulder. So just before that happens, mid-conversation, I just say, you know what, bud, I gotta go, or else I'm gonna get in trouble. He's like, no, you're not gonna get in trouble. I just want to catch up. I'm like, yeah, no, I gotta go. And literally, I just ran, second time of the day, fucking bolted across the street, back into the mall. I realized that I had a hat on pre-order, that I was getting made at the hat store that I almost just ran out on, because when the dope gets fucking in, you forget everything. So I would have got high with this guy, forgot my purchase at the mall, just fucked my entire day. Could have fucked my life too, because who knows, what if I got drug tested the following day at the methadone clinic and it turned up that I had fucking heroin in my system because I met this asshole and he just wanted to catch up. Like, come on. But when the guy's on your shoulder fucking clawing you, even when you've been clean for a year, or I'm sure fucking 2 years, or when I'm off the methadone, I'm sure it'll be worse or better. Who the fuck knows? That's another thing. I will try to keep you guys up to date as I do my reductions on the methadone so we can all go through this together, because I've heard stories from everybody of how fucking shit it is and blah blah blah, but I'm in it now. What am I gonna fucking do? I can't go back. I can only do this. So I'm gonna do slow reductions. Right now I'm on a 2-week 1 mil reduction every 2 weeks, so we'll see how that goes. I'll make another video fucking probably when I do my next reduction. And I'll also tell you guys the whole story about what happened before in the past one time. Sorry for how sketchy this video was and how fucking jump around I was. I clearly am nervous and I'll try to get better, but I hope this made like a lick of sense. Point being, I got tested twice at the mall and I fucking did pass them, even though I had to run like a crazy bitch and look like an idiot. But whatever, to these people, who gives a fuck? They're not your friends, they're scumbags. And even if they are your friends, if they're trying to force you to do drugs that they know that fucking you don't need to be doing, they're not your goddamn friends. Okay? So I just hope that that made sense. So yeah, I really just hope that made sense. And yeah, maybe if I do this again, it'll encourage me to stay on the straight path. Cool. Peace.